These are some of the most frequently banned books in the United States.
A lot of focused efforts on Black authors, indigenous authors, LGBTQ plus identifying authors.
The chief librarian at the Brooklyn Public Library talks about the kinds of books that some groups want to ban now. And back then,
half of the books were written by Black and one Hispanic author, went after important African-American gay writers.
Stephen Pico knows intimately about efforts to ban books. 11 books were banned in 1975 by the Island Trees Union Free School District in Levittown on Long Island.
My case was the first and to date only case to be adjudicated by the U.S. Supreme Court concerning book banning in public schools.
When he was a senior here at Island Trees, Pico led a group of students in suing the school board. After the board removed the books, the case made it all the way to the Supreme Court 40 years ago. And once again, book bans are back in the headlines.
For 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds.
This school board meeting in Wayne, New Jersey is similar to what's been happening nationwide for the last couple of years. Some books are sparking outrage. There have been more than 2,500 book bans nationwide in the last academic year, up 66% from an initial count.
We don't think that there's a place where you should ban it and it shouldn't exist.
Mark Faber is with the group Wayne Education Restoration Parents Association. They believe that graphic novels that include some sexual content, like Game of Thrones or gender queer, should be in restricted areas of their high school libraries.
The same way we have the ratings on movies and things of that nature, it really should be the same application to a book. Because if they're not supposed to be seeing it in the movies, why should they be able to read it in a school library?
But these children's books dealing with LGBTQ issues were removed from displays in Smithtown, Long Island public libraries last summer. That decision was reversed a day later, adhering to principles laid out in another decision.
Justice Brennan wrote the principal opinion of the court.
The Supreme Court case that bears Stephen Pico's name, Island Trees School District v. Pico.
He stated for the court that school boards may not remove books from school library shelves simply because they dislike the ideas contained in those books.
That precedent still stands. However, because so many bans are now in place, the Brooklyn Public Library created Books Unbanned, a program that gives online access to anyone, especially people in places with banned books.
We represent everyone in our community.
Higgins and the other creators of the program were named Librarians of the Year by the Library Journal.
We owe it all to the teens who've informed the development of this program.
And a teen from Long Island set the stage 40 years ago and says this is why he continues to speak out.
So I'm talking to young people out there because I want you to stand up for other voices.